Today we're taking a look at the GSE temperature and negative pressure fan controller. This controller automatically manages your intake and outtake fans so that it controls your airflow, your temperature, and even the negative pressure inside of your growing environment. Honestly said, this is the easiest way to automate your ventilation setup professionally. So inside of the box, you can see the controller itself. This over here is the temperature sensor. This right here is the plug. This over here is our digital manual, which you can scan through your phone and you can look at it. The warranty card, which you have to bring us if you have any problems, and we're gonna fix it for you. And the screws, which you can use to install it to any wall. An important thing about the controller is it has to be mounted on a well-ventilated area. Like, just don't put it on woods or plastic, because during the process it releases heat. So about the AC fans, you connect the intake on the left side and the outtake or the exhaust on the right side. The temperature sensor should always stay away from direct sunlight or heat sources for accurate readings. This controller works using three main settings: the temperature setting, the negative pressure setting, and the minimum fan speed. Let's say we set the target on 24 degrees Celsius. As long as the room stays below this temperature, the outtake fan keeps running at the minimum speed you selected. And this is extremely important because in the most growing environments, your outtake fan, the exhaust fan, should never completely stop. The constant airflow helps stabilizes the humidity, the temperature, and the fresh air exchange. For example, if we set the minimum speed on 20%, the exhaust fan or the outtake fan will always maintain at least 20% power. Once the room temperature rises above 24 degrees Celsius, the controller gradually increases the fan speed up to 100% automatically. Now here's the important part: negative pressure. The intake fan always runs weaker than the exhaust, the outtake fan. So if your exhaust fan, the outtake fan, is at 100% and your intake pressure setting is on -50%, then the intake fan runs at 50%. If the outtake fan runs at 80%, then the intake should be 40%. This creates negative stable pressure inside the room. Negative pressure is extremely important because it prevents air from leaks, improves odor control, and creates much more stable air control. The controller also includes internal overheating protection. If the temperature inside of the controller becomes too high, the exhaust fan automatically switches into maximum speed, while the intake fan stops temporarily till it cools down. Overall, this is very reliable and professional climate controller for anyone serious about airflow management. Simple setup, automatic balancing, and stable environmental control. Thanks for watching.